You see the Enviro bell over there. Wow, that was that was remarkable timing. I wonder, could you do it to answer questions? Wouldn't mind. Is that a yes? That really feels like a yes. From this angle, it looks like a hooded child staring at us from a distance. It's not, it's a gravestone. If you're a hooded child, wave at me. Can you imagine? Good evening, ladies and gents. Come out to what appears to be a very spooky location. Yeah, excuse all the lights, but it's very dark. You could see what I'm looking at right now. You would, yeah, it's really cool. There's been some interesting reports from this place. Allegedly, it's the site of some occult activity. People have used this place for darker means than the rest of us. Let's not beat around the bush, shall we? This is where we are. St Peter's, Alresford, Essex. Colchester really, but Essex. Something to pass the day. Found our means of escape. Something to pass the day. We found our means of escape. Something fun to pass the day. Just when it all gets too much, medicate to wash away. Long nights where anything goes, where they end well, yeah, I don't know. We've had the time of our life, but we got nothing left to show. Whoa, whoa. Celebrate, live for now, take each day as it comes. Eat the appetite well, hold your own and have fun. Celebrate, live for now, take each day as it comes. Feed the appetite well, hold your own and have fun. So good evening. If anyone's here, don't mean you any disrespect. My name's Rory. I'm a paranormal researcher. I just have an interest in the afterlife and the paranormal. I don't mean you any disrespect, I promise. I promise. So apparently, ladies and gents, this gravesite is still active, so to speak. People do still get buried in this graveyard. I believe some paranormal teams have had some sort of activity from around the gravestones. Don't know how I feel about that, in all honesty. I don't mind having a little look around the gravestones and taking in a few names here and there, being respectful, but I'm not about to go setting a REM pod out on a bloody someone's resting place. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a little disrespectful. I don't know if that is definitely what happened. All the report said was that a paranormal investigation team reported having some activity from a device when it was placed in the graveyard.
And I'm like, in the graveyard? That's a bit much, isn't it? But yeah, look at this place. So it was built a long time ago, parts of it. I'm going to go through there in a sec. I'll do a bit of the history first. It was built in the 1100s, I believe, originally, the first chapel or building that was on this site. And then they incorporated pieces of a nearby Roman villa to build the original building. I remember that much. And it had pretty much just a normal church life for best part of a millennium. And unfortunately, in 1972, I think it was, probably says on the board over there, they had a fire. Yeah, very sadly, had a fire. St Peter's Church has been a ruin since a fire in 1971. Like many Essex churches, it stands apart from the modern settlement, having originally been built to serve the Lord of the Manor at a time when there was no other village centre. Removal of plaster from the walls has revealed a fascinating picture of how the church grew and developed. 12th century church was narrower and shorter than the present building, and was built with extensive use of Roman brick from a nearby villa. An inscription, now lost, recorded a major rebuilding in the 14th century, by which time it had been widened and lengthened. Could do a bit of that myself. The 19th century saw extensive and doubtless much needed restoration and improvements, including the addition of a south aisle, north porch and a vestry. This monument is in the guardianship of Essex County Council. Please respect both it and the burial ground. I certainly will. I promise. Sorry if you couldn't really see anything there, folks. That was more sort of me reading aloud the little history bit. Visitors to graves are reminded that following the Church of England's regulations, only fresh flowers in fixed bases may be placed on a grave. Fair play. I'm not going to read the rest of that. St Andrew's Church off Ford Lane is the new one, and this is the old one. This is the one that's got pieces of a Roman villa embedded in it. Wow, this is amazing. I'd like to give Drone Horizons a shout out as well. That's the only reason I know about this place, because I saw that he covered it with his drone recently. Great footage as well. Great footage. Please do check that out if you get the chance. Wow, okay. Spine tingle. Yeah, okay. Not massive, but what a place. Huh. Pretty amazing, isn't it? So imagine this is where ladies and gents, I haven't spent much time in churches in my life. Altar. Would this be where the altar was? Escape hatch. Just for when it gets too boring. That rock's a bit random, isn't it? What's that doing there? Oh, bog off. There you go, yeah, that rock. See the one all about? That one. Bit random, it's almost in the middle. So this, I imagine, would have been where Preachy McPreachy Preach would do their preachy preach. Fascinating. Fascinating because churches have done a lot of good in the world. They have. I'm not a religious person, not a fan of organised religion. It always seems to go badly in my book. Churches have done some extremely good work all over the world. They've also done a lot of bad. Does the bad outweigh the good? It's not on us to judge, is it? but it's one way or the other. So it's quite small, isn't it? Well, it would have been big enough to house a few hundred people when needed. Sorry if it's a bit windy tonight, folks. It's not really my fault. I can't help the wind. The graveyard carries. The graveyard is all the way around. Oh wow, it's huge. Oh my word. I had no idea the graveyard was this extensive. It's huge. It's all the way back down there. All the way over there. All the way over there. Oh wow. This is... oh, yeah. Hybrid investigations, ladies and gents. Who else brings you out to haunted graveyards at midnight on a Saturday night? Oh, there's so many, ladies and gents. Look at this. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm not standing on you, am I? I hope not. I'm to the side. Oh good, it's there. Wow. Who is this person? I feel, oh no. No, I feel like I'm about to walk over someone. Sorry. I do apologise. I'm coming through. Right, it feels like a path there. Can't read it. Wow. Okay, well, I'm not going to go rummaging through the graves. That's not really my thing. I do like a graveyard. There's all fresh flowers over there. Look, I'll leave them to their evening. So yeah, it turns out obviously from that sign, because it wasn't really near the actual village of Alresford, the village, the way it had grown away from where this church was situated. And so they built a new one closer to the village, and they just left this one. It would have cost too much to repair. Must have been a heck of an inferno. Can you imagine this place? All just engulfed in flames. Scary. I don't think anyone was killed. I haven't seen anything about anyone that lost their life during the fire. I don't think anyone was here. They never found the cause out though, weirdly. Oh look, there's an old... that must have come down at some point and yeah. Heard a noise then in front of me. Wonder if that's an old clergy member from the church being buried so close to it. Who knows? These little steps lead us back in. I'm not going to go that way, I'll have to jump down.
He's going to risk the career once and for all here.
I do beg your pardon. I just swore. I realise. I apologise. Please forgive me. I don't mean to blaspheme. Why is it rhyming? I don't mean to blaspheme in your amazing building. Right, what should we do? Should we get a cat ball out or two? bell maybe. I think I can get the bell out because I'm out of the wind. I'll get my bell out in the church. Then I'll get the Enviro bell out. I can just see my car through there. Handy if I need a quick escape. I don't feel anything remotely scary, ladies and gents. Nice little bit here to put my camera. Feels nice. It does. It doesn't feel scary. Now it is quite windy, so cat balls aren't going to be the most reliable of devices. Although that's quite a cool little place there. Okay, so had a moth on me. Cat ball in there, you see that? Yeah. Bog off. Cat ball in there. Got the Enviro bell there. Make no mistake, ladies and gents, that is an Enviro bell. Enviro bell, not a dead bell. I don't like dead bells. Thank you very much. If that is someone, very much appreciated. I was just about to introduce the the REM pod and show you where it was, and then it did it itself. Handy, isn't it? So the REM pod is there on what I believe was the former altar. Remember, ladies and gents, 2.5 to 3 inches you have to be to set that off. I'm just going to walk past that device now, show the ladies and gents where the cat ball is. See that? Yeah. On there. Come on. Resting on the gravel so that it can't roll around. Well, alright, we don't usually get that from the REM pod. I don't mean any disrespect, I promise. I am getting a bit of a spine chill. My name's Rory. I'm a paranormal researcher. Yeah, I've just come to have a look at your wonderful building. See if there's anyone still residing here. You're welcome to try and communicate with me. The devices I've laid out, you might be able to use them, you might not be able to, I don't know. And you see the Enviro bell over there. Wow, that was that was remarkable timing. That is a red light. Red light means it's warming up. Could potentially be paranormal. Bearing in mind we're outside. I don't know. As we know, you can't rely on any device as a guarantee for paranormal activity. Thank you very much, if that is someone. Heard a click then, or a tap. Not sure where it came from. going to read too much in to that REM pod going off. So that is a South Pole spike. It's either a South Pole spike or a North Pole spike, one of the two. Okay. It's non-stop, isn't it, ladies and gents? Oh wow, okay. Thank you very much. That's amazing. That went to yellow and blue then, ladies and gents. Thank you so much. So the closest you have to be to that is about 2.5 to 3 inches to set that green light off. For it to do that, you have to be closer. Thank you very much. That's amazing. That's brilliant. Really is. Thank you so much. I wonder, could you do it to answer questions? If you wouldn't mind. Is that a yes? That really feels like a yes. If it's a yes, can you not do anything? Okay. I've never had it go to the purple light before. So, right, you tell me. Which one's yes, which one's no? Is that yes? Green is yes. So what am I going to use for no? Silence for no? Is that correct? Could you say yes if that is correct, please, by giving me the green light? See? How are you supposed to get intelligent? If you want to try and communicate properly, I'm up for it. But if not, then I don't mean you any disrespect. I wonder if it's atmospheric, or is something trying to just play with me? You playing with me? You are playing with me. Okay, I'm going to reset it. Trouble is I don't want to. I want to because I want to make sure it's behaving itself, but as old Bad Cat Paranormal was pointed out some time ago, trouble is what if that is the only way they can communicate? What if they haven't communicated with anyone for a couple of years and they finally managed to work out how to use that device, and I come along and go, that's great, but I'm going to reset it. Look at it, it's like it's having a little disco. Are you happy I'm here? So that's a yes. You are happy I'm here? My phone doesn't affect it, ladies and gents. I've done lots of experiments at home to make sure that my phone doesn't affect that REM pod. and it doesn't. My phone is on airplane mode. So it is cool. Weird how the REM pod's just stopped now. Really weird. Kind of don't like it. Blue. Blue light indicates temperature decrease. Back to green. Nothing from the balls. If there is someone that was manipulating that device there, would you use one of the balls maybe? Right, you want to use the bell. That was temperature decrease again, so highly unlikely that that was paranormal. Bloody weird that that REM pod has just stopped now. Bloody weird that that REM pod has just stopped now. Bloody weird that that REM pod has just stopped now. You've seen me use that REM pod. It doesn't just go off. It usually does what it's doing now. Maybe I should reset it now, should I? Joining in, where? Doop, 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 ding! Right. Thought I heard a click from somewhere then. Might have been the tree, I guess. Weird. Airplane mode. That ain't me. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm finding the activity. Oh crikey, stood on that bloody stone from earlier. Sorry, I'm gonna move that back. Right, so that is right in the middle of that thing. Wonder what was there then, the altar? You know, don't they usually bury something under the altar? Well, they did back in those days. Right, I'm going to get a device out. It might be quite foreign to you. It's going to be very noisy, But you might be able to use it to communicate with me, possibly. Did you hear that? It's got to be a tree, leaf, hasn't it? Or something like that. A drip. Drip off the tree, landing on the foliage. Possibly. Right. Thank you very much. Blue. So I doubt it's paranormal. I mean, it might be. Do you know what I mean? It said that they can make the temperature decrease, isn't it? So I'm not saying it definitely isn't paranormal, but I'm certainly not saying it definitely is paranormal. I'm open-minded. It's timing, isn't it? It's all about timing. If it goes off when I'm asking a question, yeah, you know what I mean. Right, I've got the spirit box here. You looking forward to the spirit box?
Scanning FM.
Changing to AM.
Scanning AM.
Scanning backwards. Yeah, 2. Is anyone here? Would you like to communicate with me? Don't mean you any disrespect. Do you know what, ladies and gents? I just squatted down in the middle of this area. And I didn't like it. I wanted to put my back against the wall. Don't mean any disrespect. Friend. Can you say that again for me? Hard to make out, isn't it, folks? Always is, though, I guess. I can never hear the bloody thing until I get it at home on the laptop with my headphones on. Then I listen to it back and go, oh my god, they said what? So when I do the spirit box, when I put the words on the screen for the spirit box, that's what I think it sounds like. Okay, I'm not saying that's what it definitely said. Far from it. Because quite frankly, we all hear different things through the spirit box. Yeah, so if you're watching a video and I do a spirit box session and you hear something, either that I don't hear or that I've labelled as something completely different to what you heard, please do leave a comment and let me know what you heard, because I'll be very interested to listen to it again with what you've heard in mind. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite happy to say, oh no, I think you're right, I think it's closer to what you heard. It's a collective effort, people. We're a team at the end of the day. You might not be coming out here with me, but you're part of reviewing the footage and looking for stuff. Subscriber Claire DS, she left a comment on the last one because she heard something. I haven't checked that out yet, Claire. I actually totally forgot. I do apologise. I will check it out. There was another one before on a different one. Someone heard something on the spirit box. Also, right, while we're on the subject of comments, I had a really negative comment on my very first Essex Boys video, and it's quite funny. I think it is anyway. It amused me. But yeah, I'm happy to come out here and do this because, as you know, I'm not really doing it for anyone else but myself anyway. So you guys coming along watching the videos is just a bit of an added bonus. But when I do come out here and do this, I am opening myself up for ridicule. Do you know what I mean? For people to jump in the comments and absolutely take the piss out of me. Now I'm big enough and ugly enough to take care of myself. I'm not asking for anybody to defend me. I'd be certain I can do that myself. But what I would appreciate is a little bit of backup. If you go to the Rettendon video, I'll put the card on the screen somewhere around here. And if you could do me a favour, please go to that comment. I don't want you to leave a comment. You're welcome to if you want to. But what I would like you to do, if possible, could you like my comment, please? My response to the abuse. I'd really appreciate that, quite frankly. I could do, as I said, with the moral support. But yeah, I don't need you to comment, as I said. I can defend myself. More than capable of doing that. But yeah, I'm only defensive. I'll never attack. I'll never attack for no reason. I'll only defend myself. And that comment is a prime example. So please, do me a favour. Go on there and like my comment if you wouldn't mind. Be much appreciated. Heard a strange noise out here then. Sounded like some sort of a whistle. Could it have been the wind? It's getting very windy now, isn't it? It's definitely picked up. And what's amazing is not one of them cat balls has gone off yet. So I've picked pretty good locations that are apparently out of the wind. Don't see how that ball... How can that cat ball be out of the wind? Look. We have some polar bear action or penguins, one of the two. It's either north or south pole shift. But look, my point is that cat ball is sat right where those leaves are blowing. So the wind isn't strong enough tonight to set off the cat ball. That's all that means. Yeah. So I enjoyed that last place. That was quite cool. When I was there, it didn't feel like much was really happening. Felt quite empty, but watching the footage back, I'm not 100% sure, you know. I think there are people there, spirits rather. Yeah, they were. The spirit box session, I feel like I definitely heard that one that was like, when I said, "Do you want me to stay here, or are you happy I'm here?" And it sounded like it responded with "not at all." It's like, all right, I'll get going then, shall I? Blue on the bell. Yeah, there's a few strange noises, weren't there, from the other room when I was squatting in that awkward bit. Weird little doorway that, isn't it? Obviously you'd have had some steps coming down, I assume. Blue on the bell. Kind of ignoring the bell, I think it's just temperature. And the REM pod stopped. The REM pod stopping is very strange. Wind's getting up, folks. We got more rain coming in the next couple of hours, so this might end up getting cut short, but I think you can agree there's not a great deal happening. My Suffolk roots showing there. Happening. I do like this place though. Yeah, like I said, massive thank you to Drone Horizons. He didn't tell me about the place or anything like that. I saw it come up on his videos on YouTube, and I thought, ooh, that looks interesting. Looks spooky. That looks like it needs a paranormal researcher to go and have a look. Paranormal researcher, folks. Paranormal researcher. Stolen that one off another team. Yeah. So it's a church, so there probably wouldn't have been a lot of life and a lot of death. You know what I mean? Maybe the odd heart attack or whatever in the congregation, I don't know. But it's very, very old. Parts of this area, did you hear that? Parts of this area, did you hear that? Parts of this area, did you hear that? I just heard something to my right. Sounded either voice like, what the fuck is that? Oh, that gave me a shiver. Oh, yeah. That. See that one there? The taller one? From a distance it looked like someone standing there. Oh, it still does, kind of. It looks like a child stood there. You see what I mean? That grey one there. For a second it just looked like a hooded figure just stood there. That's cool. Oh, I've got a spine chill as well. One of the stories that was reported here, you watch me come back to this window in a minute and that fucking thing not be there. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? So, sorry, let me go back to my original point. Part of this building would have been here for the peasants' revolt in the 1300s. Yeah, and there certainly would have been deaths around the church at that point, because they would have been the main tax collector. So I'm sure this area has seen some death in its time. Oh, that rain's getting a bit heavier. Yeah, right. Yeah, that seeing that gravestone and thinking that it looked like a figure. It sorry, just zoomed out there. That reminded me, one of the stories that was reported from this graveyard was there was a gentleman here visiting a grave, and he walked past a lady and he stopped to chat to her for a couple of seconds, passing the time of day, lovely weather, something like that, and he carried on walking, and allegedly when he turned around to look again, she was gone, and she couldn't have made it out of the graveyard without him seeing. Classic little spooky ghost story. Is it real? Don't know, but that apparently happened here. So I'm going to go back to that window now, folks, and I want to know if that fucking ghost, can you imagine if it wasn't there? That'd be amazing. It's going to be there obviously, but you can't see it at the moment. Ready? God, it does look like someone. That's cool. It proper looks like a figure. Wow, folks, the wind's getting up, innit? That bell's dinging away. There's absolutely no... I was going to try and do some EVPs, but there's no point, is there? All you'll hear is wind. Sorry, I was zoomed in again. What was the story with the REM pod then? I'm just stood here, I'm thinking to myself, nothing's happening, Rory. Doesn't feel very spooky to me. But then I'm not normal. Look at me, I'm in an abandoned church, staring at a gravestone, going, doesn't feel spooky to me. Doesn't though. I mean, I don't feel creeped out. It's hard to hear anything. Listening for noises and stuff. It's not the right night to come and do this place, is it really? It's too windy. Imagine being stood in here 50 years ago. Raging inferno around you. Amazing how the nature just takes back over, isn't it? Nature doesn't care. You had pews in here, did you? I don't care. You got grass now. Think of the weddings that would have probably happened here. The funerals. Christening, all the other stuff that happens in churches. It's an interesting place. I'm glad I came. I think we're going to wrap it up though in a bit. Like I say, it feels like it's only going to get wetter. There is more rain coming. I don't really want to be here when it hits. So, not exactly a lot of cover. Unless I leg it back to my car over there. Yeah. So I'm going to make a move shortly. Is that wind or... I had to quickly turn all my lights off so that you got the full effect in the dark. It's got to be wind, isn't it? Although that is right in the middle of that flower. I purposely put it in the middle of the flower because it wouldn't have as much potential to move, if you know what I mean. Too windy for them to do anything conclusive. Well, I've got a very strange feeling right in the centre of my back. Wow, okay, that's odd. It almost felt like I was being touched. Almost. Are you with me? I've come quite far to come and see ya. As you know, I don't mean you any disrespect. Just want to learn a little bit about you. Learn a bit about your life. Learn a bit about this building. I don't care if it is just a ruin. It's still impressive, isn't it? Still impressive. Also sickening though, isn't it? You think of all the money that would have gone into this building. And probably lined the pockets of several rich nobles. Wankers. I mean, sorry. I did it 3 times. That's 3. I think that's 3 times I've sworn tonight. That's pretty good for me though, folks. Come on. Gotta be honest. There ain't nothing happening, and I've got very little to talk about, so go back to my window, see if my mate is there. Are you still there? Yep, still there. There she is, just staring at us. It's not at all, it's a gravestone, but right from this angle it looks like a hooded child staring at us from a distance. It's not, it's a gravestone. If you're a hooded child, wave at me. Can you imagine? I think I'd throw my fucking camera at it. Oh, 4 times. Do apologise. Does it look like that to you guys? It does, doesn't it? I can just see through the tiny little viewfinder. It does look like a figure stood there. Categorically, it isn't, ladies and gentlemen. It is a gravestone. It's just the angle of which I'm stood at. But yeah, that's quite cool. I like that. The optical illusion aspect of it does look spooky. Okay folks, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Very cool place though, I like it. Got that feeling again in my back. Don't know, can't describe it really. What does it feel like? It's like a warm sensation. Is it warm or is it cold? I think it's cold. I think the rest of my back feels warm, and one little spot on my back feels freezing cold. And I'm not cold. As I said, it's 10 degrees warmer than the last video I made. So yeah, allegedly there's been people trying to do dark stuff here since it's been a ruin. You can see why, can't you? You can imagine. Probably not very happy about that, anyone who's here. I'm not here for anything like that, I promise. Have you got anything else you'd like to do for me before I go? I'm going to pack up and leave your lovely building. Okay. Do you know, I thought I heard footsteps there. Geese now. Geese with big feet. Probably what I heard, isn't it? Yeah, a bit of a letdown one, isn't it? But it's what makes the good ones good. Can't all be spook fests. And what a building. It's really an amazing building. I do feel privileged to have been able to come here on my own and have a little look around. Thank you very much for having me, whoever's here. It's a very nice place. I hope it stays in as good a condition as it can do for as long as possible. Well, thank you for having me. Let me go out the way I came. Don't want to walk through the graveyard. Not because I'm scared, just because I feel it feels disrespectful to me. I don't know why. I know you're allowed to, but we've covered this on previous investigation, haven't we? I'm not going to go over it again. Seems very well maintained, the graveyard, which is good. There's loads of bins and there's loads of benches out there and the freshly planted trees. Outline of the west wall of the 10th, 11th century, which is visible at this end of the nave. Set high in the centre of the wall is an original circular window, partly turned from Roman brick. The arched window is a 19th century addition. Okay, let me have a little look at that. Oh, I see. Circular bit. Circular bit. So that circular bit was made from Roman materials, which will be 2,000 years old. Mad. I mean, great that they recycled, but bits of that masonry, not the red brickwork obviously, but bits of the surrounding masonry are 2,000 years old. Whew. Right, thank you very much. Right, peace. Right, head back to the car and head home. Great place. Be a good film set, wouldn't it, for something? Paranormal video, Rory. You know what I mean. Music video, but there's been a few of them filmed here. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, not the best, but what can you do? Weird whistling in the distance, birds or something. Weird. Right, thank you very much, ladies and gents. Yeah, hopefully I'll have better luck on the next one. Who knows, we'll see. Right, take care everyone, see you later. Bye bye.